Well, guys, we are back once again for another movie review. Now, I will say this: if you guys have seen this film and you like it, that's fine. If you haven't seen this film, then and you still want to go see it, by all means. But at the same time, I'm going to be real about how I feel about this film. I'm going to really give a full opinion. And again, if you agree, that's fine. If you disagree, that's fine too. If you love or hate this film, that is fine. But without further ado, let's go ahead and first off just talk about the story. And then I'm going to get into the nit and gritty of the film. They did try to pay homage to the games by mashing the first Resident Evil and the second Resident Evil, and they failed. They have where Jill comes in on the truck, which it did not happen that way, for anyone that does remember, trying to meet Chris, her brother, in Raccoon City, where he was not really in, and they were supposedly orphans raised by the scientists that we all know from the very second game, which did not happen either. And then we see, of course, where Chris goes in the stars, Jill is Jill, and then we meet Leon, who is I'm going to be honest, they portrayed Leon here like a freaking idiot. They did. Like, he supposedly shot his partner in the ass, and then also his father is a big-time cop, covered it all up, and then they transfer him into this city, and then something happens where we see a huge breakout of the infection, and they have to clean it all up, and that's pretty much what we see throughout the entirety of the film. Is we don't really see a whole lot of action. I'm gonna be blunt here. This really reminded me of a cheesy sci-fi movie. The effects was not that good. The CGI was crap. The acting was crap. The casting was crap, and they not only slapped the face of every single Resident Evil by doing this film, they not only spat in our face, they slapped us, they kneed us, and they kicked us while we were down. And anyone that does not agree, okay, fine, but either way, it is not just an opinion, but a lot of them could say it's fact. Because they really did not go on the game at all. They did not go by the game, period. They made Leon, who was supposed to be a badass, a pussy. I'm gonna be blunt. How this actor portrayed this was a puss. At all. This kid cannot act. This guy cannot act. And they got the wrong person to play Claire. They got the wrong person to play Jill, Chris, everybody. I'm literally cringing in the entirety of this film. It's not hard to figure out what's going on in the film because they're mashing both together. That's how horrible this film is. Now, they could have done well if they would have had Neil McDuff go as Albert Wesker, not as William Birkin. Birkin, helped raise Chris, and Claire ran off and did this and that. It was beyond stupid. It was just beyond stupid. They had where they got Hannah John came in to play Jill Valentine, which was horrible casting. They got Evan Joe as Leon Kennedy, which was horrible casting. Kaya, however you say her last name, is correct, Redfield, horrible casting. And you get people out here that want to say, oh, well, you got to find ones that can actually act and don't care about what they look like as long as they do the character right. Okay, first off, you're full of shit and you need a brain exam. And anyone doesn't like what I'm saying, you can get off the video because this is my video. You have cosplayers out here, you have actual actors out here that can resemble the character, can act, can look like the freaking character, and can actually do the character justice. But no, you'd rather get someone that fits some bullshit narrative than actually do the fans correct and just, oh, we're going to do this because, oh, we want to, or because, oh, we got to apply to a certain group to make them happy. First off, anybody that actually enjoyed this film, maybe you're part of the problem with the Resident Evil community / the community of fans in general. If you like this film, fine. But I don't. I don't like this film. People give so much crap to the other Resident Evil films And this film is either as bad or worse. It's literally on the worst. It's like if you try to make this film and it was garbage, and then you tried to keep doing it, it was garbage. It just keeps getting worse. No matter how you try to say this was good, it wasn't. It was. I was literally cringing throughout the entirety of this film, and I kept wanting to say, "No, I got to keep going. I got to keep going," and it just is so bad. I mean, I don't know exactly what the hell these people were thinking trying to do this film. This film, you can't mash two games together and put it into one film. You just can't. It doesn't work. You got the wrong actors. And I received a lot of criticism of, oh, well, you're racist, you're a bigot, you're this and that. First off, how the hell do you know what I am? Are you friends with me? Do you know me? Just because you don't agree with me means I'm that. And that's going to be the first thing that pops out of your mouth. First off, you're ignorant and you need to take your own words into consideration because more than likely you're that. It has nothing to do with being a racist or a bigot. It is called being factual when you see bullshit in front of you and you're going to call it out. And again, if you like this film, that's perfectly fine. I am not blaming you for liking this film. I may not agree with you. I'm going to call you maybe an idiot if you like this film. But at the same time, you can call me an idiot because I'm shitting on this film. Again, the world's going to move on. Do I support this film? No, I do not. Will I ever support this film? No, I will not. I think this film is an abomination. I think it's someone that created it on YouTube and put it on YouTube for views. And I guarantee you a lot of Resident Evil fans probably flicked off this movie in the theater. I can guarantee you a lot of fans did. Because fans are so angry because of the issues that is going on with this film. Then they're saying, oh, we're going to be doing a sequel. There's a possibility for a sequel. I've seen mixed reviews with people loving this movie and hating this movie. And I can see the reason why. Because apparently they did not take into account that Resident Evil is one of the best-selling franchises out there in games. You got books. You have video games. You have the movies. You have the animated movies, which are 10 times better than this trash. It's like, oh, well, let's make a movie. But let's not give no credit to the games, but just a tiny bit that actually makes no sense and actually putting it in there. First off, Claire did not get a ride from that truck driver. The truck driver didn't have a dog in there. Claire did not steal her brother's bike. She had it already. Leon was not a stupid idiot drunk. He was a cop going into a brand new town reporting for duty that night. He wasn't already there. The captain wasn't there the entirety of the night. There was a lot of so-called comedy in this film that failed. They tried to make it interesting with certain action scenes. It failed. They tried asserting the zombies looked like trash. Like, again, from a cheesy sci-fi movie. And I don't know what the budget of this was, but I guarantee they're going to lose money. They will lose money on this film. I will guarantee you they will lose money on this film. And a lot of Resident Evil fans, like me, are pissed. It's pretty sad. You can get, like, especially the voice actors for Resident Evil, for the video games, that can look like the actual character. But no, you're going to give it to all these actors. Some are not that bad, and I feel bad for. I do. I feel bad for Robbie Amell for taking this. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for Tom Hopper getting this. I feel bad for Neil McDonough getting this. I feel bad for Dom Log getting this. For agreeing to this. Because either they were severely lied to and knew nothing about this franchise, or they wanted to try it and the writing sucked. So, to the director, Mr. Roberts, this is to you, buddy. You have done other horror movies, correct? You have done 47 Meters Down. I've seen. I enjoyed. I have seen other movies of yours, possibly. Again, I've seen both 40 Meters Down. Not bad films. You gonna try to get the balls to take on a Resident Evil film? Buddy, you are out of your league. I commend you for trying, but it is not working. It is not working, sir. You need to actually know what you are doing. Because apparently you don't. Because this shit ain't going to fly with Resident Evil fans. We will literally chew on this, spit it out, and we will shit on it and toss it to the side of the road where it belongs. We will not take this crap lying down. I can guarantee you that fans are beyond upset. And if you are not upset, then fine. I have a reason to be upset because I grew up playing Resident Evil. This is not Resident Evil. This is a fan-made version of Resident Evil. And if you don't agree, fine. You agree? Okay. But I'm going to tell you this now. It is not hard to find actors for a film. Anyone that thinks so, clearly you have never seen or done fan casting or have actually tried to listen to interviews for different actors that, yeah, their schedule's booked up, but at the same time they can still make it happen. It just depends on how busy they are and how early you ask them and if they are willing to do so. If they're not willing to do so, then move on. Have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down the line. But clearly, y'all scraped the bottom of the barrel for Leon. You scraped the bottom of the barrel for a lot of these actors. And I feel really bad that some of these actors that could have been really good, that has been good in other films, that clearly they had no idea what the hell they were doing. And a lot of people that are fans of Leon Kennedy, they will want to punch this man in the face because they are so angry. Whether it be the director or the actor themselves. Now, I'm not saying to go do that, but that is, I guarantee you there are some fans out there that probably want to go do that. Because they are that angry. I've seen comments, guys. There are Google comments, there are Twitter comments, there are Instagram comments out there of people hating this film. Am I going to trash this film? Duh, I'm doing it right now. This film should probably have never happened. I don't think there's anyone out there that could have done a decent live-action Resident Evil film. It can actually get it right. Because clearly, you guys don't know your asses from a hole in the ground. And yeah, I'm ranting right now. I am ranting. This has more become of a rant. And the reason why is because for someone that enjoys this franchise, someone that enjoys the lore, someone that enjoys the story, the characters, clearly no one took into account of anyone literally saying, that's bullshit. This is trash. So, again, not a whole lot to review. If you guys played the game, you guys know the story. They really didn't go by the story. They switched up to their own narrative. They tried to mash in too much. It felt very fast-paced. It did not work. They tried getting actors that looked nothing like the characters. Did not work. They tried with the zombies and the lickers. Did not work. They tried Birkin. Did not work. They tried Wesker. Tom Hopper, I guess, did as best he could. But they made him be a prick and all this. Again, he is a prick. But again, it just didn't feel like it was Wesker. Didn't feel like it was Leon Kennedy. Did not feel like it was Jill. Did not feel like it was Claire. Did not feel like it was Chris Redfield. These are legendary characters. They did not portray legendary characters to their degree that they deserve. No, they didn't. If you think so, clearly maybe we saw a different movie. So, again, that is my review, guys. You guys can agree with me, disagree with me. Either way, I stand by my decision. I stand by my words. You don't, that is perfectly fine. You don't have to agree with me. But at the same time, if you agree with me, that is fine. I'm not saying we have to threaten anybody out here. I'm not saying that. If you disagree with this film, you have the right to complain. You have the right to voice your opinion. But do it civilly. That is what I'm stating. Don't be an idiot and say all these other things. You know, yeah, I'm saying stuff, but at the same time, I'm not out here making any kind of threats. I'm not saying anyone needs to do that. That should be better than doing that. Our community, Resident Evil community, is better than that. So, for those of you who have done that already, shame on you. For those of you who want to do that, do not do that. We are better than that. And we have to hope and pray maybe an actual fan of this franchise can actually bring a movie to life for Resident Evil one day, because clearly this failed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let's be civil. Have a great day.